Hey, this is WhyBeAre with 4x4 Road Race. I played around with this game just a little bit to get a feel for things, so I know if I want to change my vehicle, we go to the garage, and I'll show you a quick overview of all the vehicles that are available to us. First, we have this Jeep-like looking thing. Then we have a dual cab pickup truck. Then we have this thing where I wasn't sure if it was a truck or an SUV at first. Then I realized, oh, wait, if this was a truck, it would have the seats in the bed of the truck, which would make sense, so it's an old SUV. Then we have a single cab pickup truck. Then we have this, which just looks kind of strange. Like, I think it's one of those vehicles where you'd have like the soft cover over the whole rear, except the soft cover's not there and you just have the bar right there, and it looks so funky without it. Then we have this, which is a crossover. Crossover is just a hatchback that's been lifted up a few extra inches, although this looks like it's a crossover that's been lifted up a few extra inches. So it's a hatchback that's been lifted. How confusing. Then we have this, which looks a little bit like a Ford Bronco at first looks. We have this, which looks a little bit like a Land Cruiser at first looks. One thing that stood out to me about this is how little ground clearance it has compared to the Bronco. Bronco, it's like that step doesn't do anything. You still gotta jump into it no matter if that step is there or not. This one, it's like, oh hey, my grandma could get in that car. Then we have this one, which looks like an older style Jeep. And we have another crossover, although this one is actually all-wheel drive, where the other crossover was just front-wheel drive. And we have this, which at first I thought was like, oh, this is a vehicle you have to unlock or something. Except it's not. We can actually just select that and go and drive it. Watch. Boom. We're in game with the vehicle that's transparent. Why is it transparent? I'm not exactly sure, but boy, does it look weird to drive. My only guess is that it's transparent just so you can kind of see how the suspension moves as you go over the rocks and stuff, so you can see it actually moves around. It's not like super static or anything like that, but it's so strange looking having a vehicle that's transparent. Like, it feels like something went wrong, but as far as I know, it's supposed to be in the game like this. And it's a little bit hard to tell, but it looks like the body style would just be kind of a big crossover style on the type of body. Now, this is level 1, and I'm going to try to do all levels. I believe there was like 12 of them. And we're going to see how long that takes. If it takes too long, I won't do them all. If it feels like I can do it in a reasonable amount of time, we will do all of them. So far, it feels like it has a pretty good predetermined path to follow. You don't really have to hunt for the next checkpoint, even though you have a little arrow that's saying, hey, go this way. Hey, go this way. One thing I do not like, the control schemes. I tried using a controller with this game. It did not work out well. I was using a regular Xbox style controller, and to do everything you would use one joystick. So that means you would have one joystick that went acceleration, deceleration, and steering. So you hit up to accelerate. Then if you want to accelerate and turn at the same time, you hit up and left. If you want to decelerate and turn at the same time, you hit down and left. If you want to just turn, well, you're going to accelerate or decelerate. I'm not exactly sure what you're going to do, but it's too hard to keep the joystick perfectly straight when you're going left and right that fast and rapidly. And those are the same word. Why did I say and? Oh well, I wanted to say rapidly, but I said fast at first, so I got confused on my words. Also, the music in this game is quite a bit louder than the actual sound effects of the game, and I just have the default audio set up on. You can actually lower the music volume, but you know what? I say I'm going to play the game the way it is out of the box. I'm not going to mess with it. So you could probably just barely hear the vehicle crashing as I crash into things every now and then. But most of what you hear is just going to be that music. And as far as I know, it's just one single song that loops, because it's the same song in the menu as it is as we're playing right now. So there we go. Our time is 2 minutes and 1 second, almost a sub 2 minute time. Let's go ahead and swap the vehicle. Want something a little bit different. How about we do the front wheel drive crossover? That sounds like it'd be the hardest vehicle to possibly use here. So let's see how well it does here. Now, one thing I do want to mention is how awful the frame rate can get. Now, I'm actually playing this game on medium settings using a 980 Ti and a 6950X. So the GPU isn't the latest and greatest, but the CPU is. But that is no reason to be getting 20 frames per second at 1440p on medium settings with a game that looks like this. Like, I have no idea why the frame rate would be so awful here. So I'm going to try to actually lower it to low after this to see if it makes any sort of difference. Now, what'll happen is either the frame rate will be magnificent and it'll be stuck at 60, or it'll still be awful. Like, sometimes with games that just happens, where if you turn one specific setting on, it tanks your frame rate, and the default medium setting for some reason has that turned on. I will point out that high is a little bit worse than medium, actually, though, so I don't really know what to expect. And just driving, you have no sense of speed when you have a frame rate under like 20. At least when you're actually playing. You can still kind of tell if you're just watching, but when you're playing, your sense of speed is all messed up when you got a low frame rate. So racing games are one of the hardest games to play with a low frame rate, if you ask me. Although you could say a competitive FPS game is just as hard because you're at a disadvantage. If it's not a competitive game though, I'd probably prefer to play an FPS game with a low frame rate than a racing game. That's just me though. Oh look, stop! Why does it say stop? Wait, is the arrow telling me to go backwards? Is it just like I have to loop around, the arrow doesn't know what it's talking about? Yeah, it looks like it is. Like I was wondering for a second if I missed a checkpoint or something. Not really. Although I'm kind of curious, what if I just try to take a direct path next time? Like you see where it says stop? Well, what if I didn't stop? What if I'm gonna take the direct path because there's no checkpoint in between these checkpoints to make me not be able to do something dumb and reckless like that? That's what we're gonna try. So the direct path. We wanna go this way, faster! Oh goodness. Okay, I couldn't take the direct path because my car was bouncing all over the place. Oh, so that time the arrow actually kind of adjusted. How weird. Oh, yep, right into the checkpoint. That was great. If I got stuck right there, that would have been hilarious. Oh, look, you can see a little bit of a dent on my car finally. On the right rear, it has a dent. I don't know if there's any crashes that'll actually affect performance because I've bashed this car up, or I've bashed a car up before when I was testing earlier, and it didn't seem like it really slowed it down or anything. It just looks a little beat up after a while. Oh man, I know I've complained about it before, but I'm just trying to watch this game. I feel sorry for you guys, but it's like, there's nothing I can do about it. We're going to try low and see what happens, but I don't think it'll help much. Feels like the car is really, really likely, though, to just want to go upright all the time. Like, it feels like no matter what I do, it's going to bounce upright. My only concern would be kind of getting stuck on a rock like that. Since I only have front-wheel drive, I probably could actually get stuck on that. So I'm trying to avoid them. And so far, that's working fine. Keep crashing into things, and you see the front end doesn't really have much damage from all those crashes I've had. Looks pretty close to pristine. Yeah, there were some boards there saying you should probably cross over these. I don't care. I'm just going to go so fast I fly over it. Ah. But right here, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and take a shortcut because what's stopping me? Ain't nothing stopping me. Oh, goodness, that might have messed me up hard. Nope, we're not. I thought I might have been stuck between two trees. Oh, come on, a little bit to the right. Oh, I didn't even have to go through the checkpoint. We just got near, and that's a finish. So I'm going to go ahead and hit exit and be right back with low graphic settings. Something I didn't think I would ever have to do with this computer. Okay, let's see how this affects the frame rate. We'll go ahead and try out a different vehicle yet again. So let's do this one, the weird looking one. One thing that messes you up though, right here is the select vehicle button, right? So you go back and you think, all right, start the game. It's going to be the same spot. No, that's exits. We want the race button. I'm saying that because this is the second take on that. First time, yeah, I hit the exit button. All right, hey, frame rate's actually usable here. Although I went through a checkpoint, it seemed like it didn't count, and I'm assuming that just was the starting gate, not a checkpoint. Oh, goodness. Just flipping it over just like that. Okay. I guess there's... Wow, this thing is like super top heavy for some reason. Look at it. It wants to tip all the time. Okay, I like the crossover better than this thing. I try to steer and it doesn't like to steer. And like with using the keyboard, you can't do much with that. You just kind of let it flip and then hope it will roll upright in a convenient position. Like I'm trying just to tap the steering, but that just makes you uncontrollable and chaotic. I could try to use a controller, but I think that'd be a way worse decision. All right, didn't fall off the ledge at least. And I just crashed right into that, like I'm blind. I'm legally blind. I could not see that. No, I could see that. I can't drive this thing. I'm scared to try to steer it. All right, we're gonna just believe in the vehicle. I should not believe in this thing. Oh goodness, not that fast. Like, why did I decide to go so ridiculously fast right there? You know, we don't even need to stay on the roads. It's easy enough just to climb the mountain. Like, let's see here. Just totally off the road, not caring. And, yeah, we can climb. We keep going. No need to stay on the road. We can drive anywhere. Oh, my goodness. I don't like this thing. It feels way different and way worse. But the frame rate feels great. Not perfect, but it's a lot better than before. Come on, up that rock. Now, I don't know why everything has to be 2 laps, though. I feel like once I've done 1 lap, I'm like, yep, I feel satisfied now. I don't need to do another one, but the game insists, nah, you gotta do 2 laps, WhyBeAre. I trusted you not to flip on me. Oh, now it's rolling the other way. By the way, if you ever do somehow get stuck, there is a reset button, but, I mean, you saw that thing. It didn't look like it would actually get stuck upside down. Maybe it could get stuck on a rock or something. I don't think it's gonna get stuck upside down. Beautiful. Climbing up this ridiculously steep hill like it's nothing. Also, I love that this thing somehow has an engine that revs to like 8,000 if you really keep on pushing it. Like, what kind of engine is this? It's definitely not stock, that's for sure. Oh, we're gonna fly. We're gonna fly. Hey, it didn't tip over though. Maybe I've bashed it up so much that it lowered its center of gravity. I don't even think that could. I don't even know if that could happen in this game. Nope, it still tips over just as easily. It's kind of amusing watching it bounce though, isn't it? There you can actually see some damage to the rear pretty easily. Some of it's already been there, but now the bumper's bashed in as well. New strategy, let it fly. And just let it get beat up. Oh goodness, can we climb that hill? If not, we could reset. Oh look, oh we actually got stuck right there, but it resets for you. Although, just put us back on the tree. There we go. Alright, so can we climb this hill? Like, I just stand to take the straight path, I don't care. Yeah, we can, no problem. Hey, I got the checkpoint somehow. Just bouncing and flipping everywhere. This is great. This is exactly the way I wanted to do this level. Just flip over every 10 seconds. Stop it. Stop trying to flip over on me. I'm not going to let it flip over again. Now we're going to go into pro driving mode where it doesn't flip over. That was not a flip. That was a two-wheel maneuver that was strategically done to make sure I don't flip. That was the only reason it was done. If it was up to me, I would keep all four on the ground at all times. No, 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 no. That wasn't a flip. That wasn't a flip. Flip means my roof touches the ground. Not my side. My side, that's safe. This is actually kind of hard to keep it upright. I didn't care before. Now it's like, oh my goodness, gotta slow down. Alright, straight path, go. I'm following the arrow because I can't see really good. Pop into the checkpoint. Reset it to get me in the right orientation. That's what a reset looks like. It places you at the checkpoint. And then up the hill according to the arrow. I mean, that's mere vertical and it still went through that. That's impressive. I'm assuming every vehicle can do that though, and it's just the way the engine is designed for the game, but look how steep this is. A CUV would have no right climbing up this, but it probably could in the game. Let's go! Almost to the finish. There are other camera angles too. You can get the interior camera. You got this camera. And you got the one we were using earlier. Crash, your time. 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Oh, if only that was another 4. Your time was 4. Nope. Also, I noticed when you complete a lap, the lap counter goes up to 3. Alright, let's see here. Whoops. What vehicle do we want? How about we do the Bronco-looking one? Hopefully it's not too high a center of gravity and trying to tip over everywhere. And we'll do race 4. Yeah, low graphic settings are ideal here. I don't know if it was just some specific incompatibility with my hardware, or if it's just the game itself. But if you have frame rate issues, just drop it to low in the settings. By the way, the settings are not built into the game. It's one of those extra launchers you sometimes get with Unity-based games. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the launcher looked like to me. I didn't pay that close of attention. Alright, Bronco feels a little bit more stable. Like we go around a corner, it keeps its wheels on the ground. Yeah, I'm trying to follow the arrow here. The arrow says to go that way. The arrow doesn't say to stay on the road. Oh, that actually is a jump, maybe? What? I'm just following the arrow. The arrow's like, okay, go this way now, WhyBeAre. I'm like, okay. Whichever way you tell me to, arrow. I'm sure we cut a corner really badly right there, though. Uh-oh. Starting to lose control a little bit. Hey, you could actually hear the engine for a second before the music starts up again. And the music's back. Didn't last long, did it? I actually didn't know there was engine sounds. I mean, I assumed there were some, but the music's just so terribly loud, I could not hear them. Oh, up the hill and landing it. Perfect. How about this? Whoa. Never mind. Never mind what I was about to say. I'm not going to do that after all, because that was actually a little scary because of how steep it was. I thought I wouldn't make it. So we'll keep on just using a variety vehicle. I was going to say we'll just use the CUV for everything for the challenge, but you know what? I like having a fun vehicle to drive to anyways. It looks like all the levels are in the 1 to 2 minute range per lap. No exception so far. There is a lap. Whoa! Almost went the wrong way there. It kind of angles you out like you want to go to the left, but then the arrows say, no, actually you want to go No, it angles you up like you want to go to the right, but the arrows say go left. I said that backward. If I say something backwards, y'all are hounding me on that. It's like, WhyBeAre, you said left instead of right. It's like, yeah, but you could tell what I mean. I mean, you saw the arrows are pointing to the left. You know I meant left. Just shoving rocks out of my way. So it's interesting. There's some rocks there, actually, you can bounce around on them, some you can't. And it's hard to tell which ones will move and which ones won't, just looking at them sometimes. Like, I'm sure eventually I'll figure out, oh, you could tell by looking at this specific part. But if, you know, some of these rocks moved and some of them didn't, I would not know. Like, I thought that one would move and I slammed right into it. It did not move. By the way, here's the interior of the Bronco. I call it the Bronco because it looks like one. I know, technically it's not. Wow, that tachometer just went up to like 9,000. Like, how high can we rev this thing? Oh, I got up to 10! I popped it in the air and it got to 10,000! What kind of engine is this? You actually hear the engine a little bit more clearly on the interior, though. So the sound is based on your location. So if you're closer to the engine, it's a little bit louder. And oh, goodness. No idea what's going on anymore. Now we're backing up the hill. I'm just trying to get to my destination. What the heck? This just looks ridiculous. I have no idea what's going on. Let's get this camera angle. Oh my goodness. I am just climbing a crazy hill and I didn't even know it. Like, I couldn't tell what was level anymore from that camera angle. I thought I was kind of level. It's like, no, you're like vertical. I can't see well from that camera angle. This one gives you the best idea of angle because the camera is kind of always in line with what's flat. So if your car looks like it's way upwards, that's because it is. Like right there, it looks like it's way down because it's falling down. I almost went the wrong way right there. That was great. Oh, come on, tree. How you gonna block me like that? Oh, by the way, you can also turn on your headlights. Yeah. Features. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go. Okay, this is taking me way longer to do the second lap than the first lap. That's great. Yeah, WhyBeAre. Just one more and you are done. Your time, 4 minutes and 11 seconds. So faster than the first one. Oh, this one's at nighttime. All right, we get to actually use the headlights. By the way, if you want to figure out the controls for the game, I'll show you the way that you do that. First, let me decide on what I want to drive. Let's drive the double cab pickup. So you go to options and you can look at the controls right there. You can't actually adjust them or anything. You can change the audio volume. Actually, does that do music or everything? At first, I thought it was just music. I'm gonna just do a quick test. See if we could, if it turns all the audio off or if it lowers the music. And the answer is it turns all of the music off. So I was mistaken earlier when I said you could lower the music volume. That just makes everything quieter. And hey, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and race then. Turn on our headlights. And here we go. Oh, this is definitely a big pickup truck. Oh. Like, you look at this thing, those are some fat tires on it. Those almost look like those are way fat tires. Like, the dude's like, I want street tires, but I want to be able to off-road them, so I want them to be really fat or something. I don't know. It looks funky. Like, those look like the kind of tires you would see on like a Dodge Viper or something. They're so fat. Because I know Dodge Viper got some ridiculous tires in the rear. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were to compare the width of the tires on my first car, my RX-7, to this, both of the rear tires combined would be about the width of one tire on this thing. These tires are bad. But I guess it's working as I fly through the air like a maniac. Come on. Ooh, we got a little bit of damage to that roof now. Oh, there's... Ooh. Why is it the most of the damage happens to the rear? Like the front, I slam it into things. It's like, oh, I'm fine. The rear... Oh, I hit it a little bit and it's beat up. Alright, so this one's a little bit longer than the other ones. We're only on checkpoint 3. And, well, we just hit checkpoint 3, I should say, and we're a minute in. It's also a little bit less vertical than we were doing last time, so there's at least some variety to it. And I think this might be the last one we do for the video. Let's see how it goes. I'm okay. Oh, there's a little bit of damage to the front, it looked like, maybe. I don't know, there's no camera that really shows that unless you're backing up. But I don't want to be backing up the whole way because that'd be really difficult. Oh, now we're moving. And again, same thing with the engine being pretty much the same as the other ones in terms of red line and stuff. I'm gonna just slam this thing right into that sign at full speed and see if it damages it. Okay, any damage? A little bit. You can see a little bit on the right. I mean, the car's right light, which is your left. You see that's bashed in. All right, now which way am I supposed to go? That way. Thank you, Mr. Arrow. Ooh, that was clean. Oh, that wasn't. But yeah, vehicle flips itself, so you don't have to worry about that. Unless you like, you know, you're trying to get your amazing sub 4-minute time or whatever. Oh wait, I'm not going the right way, am I? All right, just follow the arrow. I don't care if it's telling me to go completely off course. Follow the arrow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. We really flew it. Apparently, I want to go back the way I was almost. Is that the checkpoint? All right, I found it eventually, except I'm going the wrong way into it. I think now we're going to the checkpoint I was just at. I got so mixed up. Oh, this is 2 laps, by the way. We're still on lap 1. What are you doing, Trut? What you doing, man? You flipping on me? Oh, whoa. What? It's just a, hey, you're stuck. Get out of here. Flings my truck across the map. Now I'm like back at the checkpoint I started at. I should just reset. All right, so this one is definitely longer than the other ones, but I'm making it way longer than it should be. I kind of like the strategy of just follow the arrow and ignore the road. It's a little bit more fun to me. What? That wasn't the checkpoint? I was following the road, I thought. All right, you know what? There's the... I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going on this one. There we go. Oh, we spun around again. Yeah, I think it's more fun to just follow the arrow. Like it says, go that way. All right, here we go, up the hill. I don't care how steep it is. We're going up the hill. I'm like a horse from Skyrim. You can't stop me. It actually worked. That was probably faster than if I was to drive it. Although I don't think I was actually supposed to go up that hill quite yet. See, if I wasn't doing this though, we wouldn't get the fun like flying like that. I kind of like the flight. Oh, come on. It's right there. Don't get stuck on me. Just go. Oh, that's not the right checkpoint. Okay. Yes, it is. Just didn't catch it. I thought it was close enough for it to catch. There we go. Reset me in the correct orientation and let's fly again. Full speed. Oh, no. I see the checkpoint. Let's not do that. Now, hey, there's actually some damage to the front now. You can really see it. I'm abusing this vehicle. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, that's beat up. All right. I like it when you can see damage. Just encouraging me to drive as stupidly as possible. You see this? Encouraging me to do that. Wow, that actually saves you a ton of time, though, if I didn't hit that tree. Well, even with hitting that tree, it saved me a good amount of time. Look at that. All right, which way is next? Up the hill? You got it. Uh-oh, is the hill too steep? It just might be. Yeah. I mean, I could probably climb up it, but it's going to be a lot of trouble to line myself up right. Let's see. There we go. It was a little bit of trouble. Not as much as I expected because it's not as steep as I thought it would be. We're supposed to go this way. Follow the arrow. This feels like more off-roading. That's the thing. The other one feels like you're driving on a track. This feels like I'm off-roading. I mean, with it being called 4x4 road race, I guess my way is probably the wrong way. I'm having fun with it. Yeah, flipping. This is the proper way of descending a hill. People, take notes. You want to roll the car gently down the hill so you don't have extra stress on your engine and transmission. Checkpoint. You want to go that way? Okay, here we go. All right, let's just finish this up, actually, because it's taking forever because of my stupidity. Straight ahead. That one you wouldn't want to cut it anyways. Ooh. It's crashing into everything. It is not easy to control a car with a keyboard. I should point that out now because when I'm driving, I rely a lot on having the ability to steer just a little bit. I mean, I don't have that with this game. I have either all or nothing steering, which is not good for the way I drive. And we're flipping again. Oh, we're stuck in a tree. And it's not going to reset me automatically there. So we're actually stuck. All right, we have to reset. The arrow's saying go this way. I'm going to trust it. Still going to trust it. Oh, that worked great, actually. That was beautiful. If that's the right checkpoint, that is. It is. All right, one more checkpoint, and we will be over. Oh, we're upside down again. Oh, now we're going to roll. This thing really likes to flip, doesn't it? I mean, I guess I could drive slow. I'm kind of having fun driving fast, though. There we go. Upright, go. Just climb. Just climb. How am I leaving skid marks in the dirt so easily? Oh, come on. I'm actually on the road and you can't climb it? This is the last time I ever stay on the route. Let's go off-road and climb this thing easier. I can't see. Did I show you the interior of this truck? I think I did, right? Let's use this camera. I don't need to see what's on the left of me. Just forward and to the right. Oh goodness, I totally missed that checkpoint. Let's not use that camera. That was a dumb idea. But yeah, the first levels I actually cared a little bit. This I'm like, whatever. Just fly and crash. That's the fun. Beat up my truck really good though. Alright, so that'll do it for this video. I might finish up the levels. I might not. Haven't decided yet. But until then, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.